All right, welcome back, friends. That was Das Sound Machine from Pitch Perfect 2. Love that song. All right, so today we are going to continue with our reading. Great, so let's do our usual. We'll start with math, and we have to do the poll. We didn't do the poll yesterday, so today we have to do it. Do you promise? The question is, do you promise to follow the instructions that we have learned for mathematics? Do you promise? All right. All right, we are promising. This is awesome. Okay, sweet. We have 97% promise. I think today this is a all-time high in terms of promise. So we should be getting most of the right answers. Okay, so for today, the question we are doing is 24. Yeah, and you know the approach. You read the question, underline, write down units, read the options, then try and look for different ways of solving that question. Figure it out if it's a two-part question or not, and then check your answer against the ask. Write down the ask and then check the answer against the ask. So let me open up a poll. Oh yes, this is calculator section. Though I would just ask that you try and think of a different approach than just calculator. See what you can come up with. Okay, another 15 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and poll. Okay, we have very few answers for today. Hold on. So we have only 50% of you answers. Were you not able to finish the question? Is that why? Let me do a yes or no. Were you able to finish the question? Okay, many of you were not able to finish the question. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. That's okay. That's all right. You will get better at it. So let's go through this. Let's follow the steps. So we read. So we have Townsend Reality Group investments, property address, purchase price dollars, monthly rental dollars, different places. Okay. Townsend Reality Group invested in 5 different properties listed in table above. Yep. The table shows the amount in dollars the company paid for each property and the corresponding monthly rent. Yep, we saw that in dollars again. Company charges for the property at each of the 5 locations. So at each of the 5 locations, they charge for property. So let's do 24. Townsend Reality Group purchased the Glenview property and received a 40% discount off the original price, along with an additional 20% off the discounted price for purchasing the property in cash. Which of the following best approximates the original price in dollars of the Glenview property? So ask is original price, okay? And this is a 2-part question, right? Why is this a 2-part question? Because it's trying to ask for the original price, but it's giving you a bunch of discounted price and final price and all of this. So it's trying to confuse you into picking the wrong number. So how do we do this? We essentially do this. We have, if we write out the equation, this would be the long way of doing it. So the purchase price is equal to the original price times 1 minus 0.4 times 1 minus 0.2. Notice we can do this times this because both of them, the 20% off is off the discounted price. So actually, this term right here is discounted price. And so that's why you can do this. So this becomes equals to OP times 0.6 times 0.8. And then if you want the ask as the original price, this is what we want. So you do purchase price divided by 0.6 times 0.8. And if you plug that into your calculator, you get the answer. Now, this is the long way. We'll just review another short way, which is plug and chug. So under plug and chug, what you can do is take this price and plug it, into original price, right? Because that's what they're asking for. They're asking for original price. So you don't have to work with divides anymore. You can directly work with multiplies. So you can try answer times 0.6 times 0.8. So you can plug all of those into your calculator and figure out what the answer is. So this is one approach. The second approach is approximation. So how does approximation work? Let's do brown for this one. So you know that you are getting a 60% discount and then another and an 80% discount, right? So if you have something at $1, 60% of that would be 0.6, right? And then off that, off the discounted price, you're also taking another 0.2 off. So 0.2 of this is about a fifth of this. So it's actually, sorry, no, it's exactly a fifth of this, which is about minus 0.1. So this essentially becomes, you're getting a 50% off total. You're getting a total of 50% off. You approximate 60% off times 80% off, which is equal to a total of 50% off. And you know that the final price, the purchase price was equal to Glenview purchase price was 140. Okay, so 140 is equal to half, approximately. Okay, and notice how the question, oh, we didn't highlight this. Wow. Notice how the question says approximates. Okay, so 140 is equal to half, therefore the full has to be equal to around 300, right? And so B is the only answer that's near 300. So half of 350 would be much larger than 140, and half of 233 would be much smaller than 140. And notice how they are also in decreasing order. So if you cross this out, you can also cross this out, and then you cross the max out. That's how you're left with $300,000. So you can, this approach can be done without a calculator and should only take you about 20 to 25 seconds. So does this approach make sense for today? Yes, no. Okay, so step two is basically 60% off times 80% off. I approximated it to be 50%. So if from here to here, this is more approximation. If you can't do that, that's fine. That's okay. But if once you have 50%, then you should be able to know that 50%, if 140 is 50%, then 100% is around 300. That's the option. So does that make sense to you? Okay. All right. So if not, that's fine. That's okay. If you keep practicing other questions and maybe we can do it, I'll think about this, but if you keep practicing, you're just building your toolkit. Essentially for today, I want you to know that approximation is a tool, something you can add to your toolkit. I want to just say something here. So I give you very little time for these questions. I only give you about a minute, maybe a minute 30 to answer these questions. I'm expecting you to do the underlining, writing the ask, looking at the options. I'm expecting a lot out of this 1 minute, 30 seconds. So if you're not getting it, that's fine. My point of showing you this is to keep building your muscle of doing the reading question and reading the options and thinking of different approaches. If you're not getting the answer, that's perfectly fine. I'm really putting very little time on this. The real thing I want you to take out is hopefully you take this approach, and that's the study approach that you use for your mathematics studying for the math section, which is do the reading question, figure out different approaches, and find the shortest approach. Okay, so so it's okay. I'm putting a lot of pressure, asking a lot in a little time. So don't expect you all to be able to do it. Okay, so as usual, we will also do the writing section. For those of you that are new to this class, that's okay. I would recommend you go and watch the recordings that are available online, and all of this will make more sense. And then when we get into reading, then obviously that will make even more sense. Okay, so today we are going to do number 5. Let's do number 5, please. Let's use the approaches we use. Let's use our tools that we've learned, and let's see what we can get. I'll open up the poll. All right, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, so we have talked about this type. Can you write down in chat what type of question is this? What is it testing over here? Okay, it's testing tenses. It's testing one more thing. It's testing one more thing other than tenses. Idioms, nice. Yes, it's testing idioms. The idiom here is in order to. Not in order. In order so is incorrect. In order so is incorrect. In order for is also incorrect. And order for, yeah, okay. So that's basically it. So you can cross out this, no, hold on. You can cross out in order for. So that's how you can cross out B. Oh, I guess in order for is never really there. Okay, the tenses portion, can you tell me what is the mistake over here? No, sorry. Yeah, what's the mistake in C? Can you tell me what's the mistake in C? This one's a little tricky. It is wordy, yeah, but there's another error. There's a big grammar error here. Yeah, pronoun. Perfect. Okay, pronoun one. What is one referring to in this case? What word is one referring to? Or what is this supposed to refer to? It's okay, so folks, this is the subject in this sentence is a team. So the team is doing this research. The team is led by this professor, okay, but this is a modifier for the subject team. So the team, if we remove this, is making models of dinosaur bones 1/10 the bone's original size in order to learn, okay? So the team is doing the learning. So one is a pronoun error. Or you could call this a parallel error. So parallel or pronoun, okay? And this one is again idioms. So to learn is not a conventional way of saying it. So not many of you, actually most of you got this right, but the key learning I want for you is to notice that there is a pronoun and parallel error here. You should be able to, even if you get the right answer, you should be able to correctly identify what the grammar mistake is in the other answer choices. Okay, so let's give you a chance to redeem yourselves. Let's do 6, and then hopefully you'll be able to redeem yourselves today with 6. Okay, another 5 to 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Some of you put this. So remember, if you put this, then it apostrophe s is equal to it is. So if you read the sentence, limited by the weight and bulk of the fossils, as well as it is preciousness and fragility, does not make sense. If you put it is over here, that does not make sense. So this is the it's error. So don't make the it's error, okay? This is very important. Don't do that. So this is incorrect. It apostrophe s means it is. Okay, so we know that. Can you tell me what is this pronoun? So this is basically a pronoun question. Can you tell me what pronoun is this referring to? Or sorry, what is the subject that this pronoun is referring to? So we have a couple options. We have fossils, weight and bulk, and research. Okay, so these are our options. If you read the sentence, you will notice that this pronoun is referring to the fossils. Because what is precious and fragile? Well, the research cannot be precious and fragile. Weight and bulk cannot be precious and fragile, but fossils can be precious and fragile. So therefore, the pronoun is fossils, which has an S. Therefore, A is not possible because it's is a singular pronoun, right? So this is a singular, wow, what's the opposite of singular? I forgot the opposite of singular. Can someone write it in chat, please? That's the issue there. Plural, thank you, okay. Yes, all right. And then what is, this is again, this is not really an idiom, this is a commonly confused phrase. Word there is possessive. This there is not possessive, so the right answer is C for this one. Oh, actually, none of you got D. Awesome, okay. None of you got D, that makes me so happy. Great, we are done with our review. Let me stop the screen share. And then let's get back into our reading. So for reading, what we're going to do is continue our exercise. At the end, I have a very important activity, which will set us up for a very fun activity tomorrow. So if we do the activity at the end today, it will set us up well tomorrow. Hopefully, all of you have read passage 1 from the section 1 of Khan Academy's paper 1, so 1.1.1. And let's continue with the questions that we were doing yesterday. We will finish off this passage today. Okay, so I will continue leading us in our keyword approach, and then we will do evidence-based, okay? So in this passage, Akira addresses Chi with what? So just be careful. We're talking about Akira addressing Chi. So just remember who Akira and who Chi is. So affection, but not genuine love. Objectivity, but not complete impartiality. Amusement, but not mocking disparagement. Respect, but not utter deference. Okay, so these are our keywords. So just based off of the activity that we did yesterday, can you remember, and let's try and tell me what type of answer is A, just by remembering the passage. What type of answer is A? Okay, if you don't remember the passage, that will be tough. You'll have to, I hope you have the passage printed in front of you so that you can refer to it. Okay, let me do a poll. Do we want to take, the question is, do we want to take 5 minutes to read the passage again? Do we want to take 5 minutes to read the passage again? Okay, all right, most of you want to read it again. So let's just do, I'm only gonna give you guys literally 5 minutes to skim over this. Okay, you guys can do the reading on your own. And as you're reading this, please remember to do active reading. So please fall in love with the passage, fall in love with the content, appreciate the grammar or appreciate the writing. Try and put yourself in the situation of Akira. All right, moving on in 20 seconds. Three, two, one. Okay, here's the passage. If you missed yesterday's class, please watch it online. Yesterday's class is very important so that you understand today's class. All right, another 30 seconds. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of curiosity, do you have the passage printed? Do you have this printout in front of you? Or do you have another on your computer? Okay, for the 25% of you that don't have it printed, please have it printed. This will aid in your learning and make sure that you get the most out of this class. Okay, so let's go back to this question. Let's finish up 6 real quick. So can you try and remember what kind of answer is affection but not genuine love? So now that we've read the passage. Okay, not fully correct. Okay, so for this one, I put unsupported. I think this is unsupported. But I see because we can't really find any evidence of there being affection from Akira to Chi, right? So that's why unsupported was, but I understand how you are getting half correct. Genuine, oh no, actually I don't understand how this half correct because, oh I do, okay, not genuine love. That is correct. Is that why you're getting half correct? Is that why? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so not genuine love is correct, but affection is incorrect. So half correct. I understand how you're getting half correct. Okay, what type of answer is um, B? What type of answer is B? Yeah, so what does objectivity mean? That's a good question. Objectivity means to be completely neutral. You're objective if you're completely neutral to a situation. So he's definitely not neutral, right? So if anything, this part is opposite. Actually, not really opposite. What do I have for this one? This one is, I also have unsupported for this one, but I can see how you are getting opposite because he's definitely not completely impartial. He is very much partial, right? He wants the mother to like him. Okay, so I also see how you're getting half supported, half correct. And then what about C? Amusement, but not utter disparagement. What about C? Okay, so we have incorrect extremes, we have opposites. What is disparagement? Let me get you the definition. Disparagement. Regard or represent as being of little worth. So somebody that thinks they're of little worth. So he never missed an opportunity to disparage his competitors. Okay, so I guess this part is true, right? And I see where you're getting in opposites because he's definitely not disregarding her, right? If anything, he's looking up to her. He's reverential. So this is opposite in that way. In amusement is interesting. So amusement is unsupported, I think. And maybe you guys got something else. I say amusement is unsupported. There's really no info about him being amused or even slightly amused about this. So incorrect extreme also doesn't really make sense for amusement. But this is definitely opposite. Now, this introduces our other one. What do you think? What do you think they're trying to trick you in C? What do you think they're trying to trick you in C? There's a trick. Nice. Okay, so in C, they're trying to trick you into thinking that it's Chi to Akira. Okay, because Chi may be amused, but not mocking disparagement, right? That may be true. So, oh, Sam fell for it. Thank you for being brave and saying that. Great. So, okay, so we have discovered our final. What color did we do it in blue yesterday? Our final trick or our final answer type. This answer type is what we call. What do I call this? 1 second. Let me get the right wording. Did anybody else fall for it? Can you write down in chat if you did fall for it? This is very, if not now, you may fall for it in the future. Okay, don't write down no, but only write down yes if you did fall for it. Okay, this is what we call true, but for someone else. Okay, this is very frequent trap, and people fall for it very often. So it's true, but for someone else. And I think someone yesterday had said this. Can you remind me who it was that had said this as a potential? Akash had said this. Okay, awesome. So this comes up very frequently. Okay, so the right answer here is obviously D, out of process of elimination. So this was the secret sauce that we talked about yesterday, right? We're using the secret sauce here. Now, we will do the second part of the question, which is support. So can you find what line in the passage supports respect, but not utter deference? Can you write down into chat, what is the line that supports this answer? Okay, so we have 31. Okay, 25 to 27. Yep, that's a really good one. 71 to 76. Sam, which line is I see I startled you? Oh, I guess I found it. It's 71. Okay, thanks. Um, we have 62 and 67. Let's take these two. 62 ambitions. Okay, maybe you're looking at something else. And 67, matter of parental approval. Okay, let's go through these. Let's go through these then. So here we have, we're looking for, what are we looking for? Let's remember. We're looking for respect, but not utter deference. So let's get my pen out. Okay, so as he bowed, this is definitely, whoa, what just happened? As he bowed, this is definitely respect. I love it. Madame, calling her Madame is also respect. This is good. This is a good support. Please don't judge my candidacy by the unseemliness of this proposal. I'm not entirely sure this, not entirely sure how this supports directly. I see how this relates, but this is not directly support. A matter of parental approval, again, I think I see how you're getting this, but does not directly support the respect portion here, unless you can write down in chat why you put that there. And then eager to make his point, he'd be looking her face in the eye. He's looking her full in the face. Okay. Abruptly, his voice turned gentle. I see I startled you. My humble apologies. I think this is a really good one because this shows not utter deference, right? Full in the face is not utter deference. There is one more line where he took a deferential peek. Where was that? Can you tell me what line it said deferential peek? Oh, there we go, 34. He stole a deferential peek at her. So thank you, Akash. So I think this is the most the best support along with this one. So these two together are the best supports for that. So okay, so we have probably line 67 because he wants parental approval. So this actually, I'm going to turn this off for a second. Okay, hey, I'm back. This is important because what happens is you can sort of fit together any line from the passage to the question. The thing you want to remember though is the reading passage is very literal, is extremely literal. So if it is parental approval, then what it just means, it only means parental approval. In different cultures, we treat our parents differently, okay? So in Asian cultures, we are more respectful towards our parents. In some other cultures, we may not be. When I was growing up in France, my friends called their parents by their first name, which is just unheard of for me. I would be put into quarantine forever if I did that. So, but my point is that you don't want to assume anything about the passage, okay? And I think that will come up maybe as another one we'll discover it, error, which is if you assume something, you can get it wrong. So you want to be very, very literal with the passage. So if it's not literally there, then don't make any things together. Yeah, Sam, I think we'll put that down as a type of error. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. When we find it for another mistake, if any of you noticed that that could be a future error for any of the options, let me know and we'll put that down as an error. I think it's very common to assume. Assume, question, ask. I love it, Sam. Yes, we will definitely do that. Good call. Okay, let's go back to this passage. So I know we're going slow, but I hope you're taking away these tidbits of knowledge, which is don't assume you're understanding why these two here are not related. This requires a jump in assumption. Okay, so this one makes sense. Unsupported, and amusement. Okay, so these are mostly unsupported, so we won't look for lines for this one. Let's do this one. Let's do number 7 now. So I will give you a chance to do number 7. All right, I'll give you another 30 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and poll. Okay, super. This one is a tricky question. Many of you, actually, more than half of you got this one incorrect. So let's go through this. Let's try and understand what happened. So let's do the first part, keyword. So main purpose, the main purpose here. Main is very important. The keyword here is main. And do you notice the second part of the first paragraph? Of the first paragraph is very, very key. Okay, so if we go up to the first paragraph, this is what we have in the first paragraph. This is just it, right? Now, who did you miss that? Or actually, let me put the question this way: did you note the first paragraph? You would put a no if you did not note the first paragraph. Oh, hey Naman, can you relaunch the yes/no poll, please? I can't do it.
I
Oh,
can't
sorry.
do poll launch.
Okay. Is Aditi admin right now?
I got it, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, did you note the first paragraph? Thank you. This is the first paragraph here. Yeah, okay. So if you did not, then that's okay. Most of you did. All right, so let's go back down. We can end the poll now. Thank you, Aditi. So it describes, here are the options. So the two big ones we had was A and D. So can you tell me what type of mistake is A? Describes a culture. What type of mistake is A? So let's go to the first paragraph. Nope, that's not it. This is it. What type of mistake is A? Yeah, so we have unsupported or incorrect extreme. So this is tricky. So it's incorrect extreme because the tradition part really only comes here, right? This is only where they talk about tradition. But the rest of the sentence, or rest of the passage, notice, is about had he followed form, had he asked his mother to speak to his father to approach a go-between, would she have been more receptive? So the key, actually, the key part here is this sentence here, would she have been more receptive? All of these options, so this option, are all approaches to answer the question, would she have been more receptive? So the portion which is incorrect here, if we do an analysis, is describe. The culture has not been described at all in that paragraph, right? So in unsupported and incorrect extreme both make sense because describe, the keyword, is not there. Criticize, same thing. There's no criticism. So again, this is same unsupported or incorrect extreme. If you put half true, that also somewhat makes sense, but there's no criticizing at all in this paragraph, right? So let's go back down. Question, a suggestion. So the two keywords here are question and a suggestion. So this one is somewhat related, or I'll let you, why don't you guys tell me what type of error do you think this is? Okay, half correct. Yeah, I think half correct makes sense. There's definitely a suggestion that's been made. So suggestions, many suggestions are made actually, right? But none of the suggestions are questioned. No one really questioned the suggestion. Suggestions are made as questions, but no suggestion has been questioned. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. And then the last one is analyze a reaction. So the keywords here are analyze and a reaction. So I think this is the right answer, right? Yeah. Okay. So can you tell me what words support analyze a reaction? What words here support analyze and reaction? Yeah, so I think the the analyze would be would, which you have, like I think the would is the main analysis one, right? And then the reaction is been more receptive. So once you read the entire passage, then be more receptive would be about. So what do you think happened? Did they get married or no? What do you think happened at the end of this passage? Yeah, no marriage. Unfortunately, he got turned away because, well, we don't know about the marriage. At least she was not receptive. I think we assume it's no. So we don't know this in the first paragraph. We know this at the end of reading. So this is a reading comprehension portion aspect of this. Okay. Do we have time for one more? Yes, we have time for one more. And actually, we didn't do D from here. But that's okay. We know it's opposite. Okay, let's do 9. Let's do 9 quickly. We'll spend 5 minutes, and then we'll do the preparation activity for tomorrow. Okay, I'll show you line 32 real quick. Line 32, where is it? Here it is. Going down to the question now. Okay, I'm gonna stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's end poll. Okay, so what does Akira say he's meeting with Chi? Why? So the keyword is why. Does Akira say his meeting with Chi is a matter of urgency? So keyword is why. He fears his own parents will disapprove of Naomi. He worries that Naomi will reject him and marry someone else. He has been offered an attractive job in another country, and he knows Chi is unaware of his feelings. These are the keywords, okay? So what type of answer is A? What type of answer is A? Can you put that into chat, please? Yeah, unsupported. Okay, you guys are getting great at this. Unsupported. Yep. Should we rename unsupported to fake news? Let me do a quick poll. Should we rename unsupported to fake news? Does that make sense? Should we rename it to fake news? Okay, all right. All right, we'll rename it to fake news. Everybody wants fake news. Okay, and that's easier for me to write. Fake news. Okay, cool. We are renaming it to fake news. Does not exist, okay? This is fake. All right. His own parents have never been mentioned, right? So that's why this is fake news. Okay, he worries Naomi will reject him and marry someone else. What type of answer do you think this is? What type of answer is B? Fake news, I love it. Yeah, fake news. Is it incorrect extreme? So let's check incorrect extreme. Does he worry at all that Naomi will reject him? Yeah, it's not really incorrect extreme. Can you find me the line evidence where it supports that Naomi will reject him is not incorrect extreme? Like, can you find me the evidence where he knows that Naomi will not reject him? 95 we have here. Okay, this one makes sense. Yeah, but so it's related, but he doesn't know that, right? This is not the best line one. He doesn't know that yet. I see how you're getting this, but actually be very careful. This is an assumption. You're assuming, you're making an incorrect assumption here that she means to have him, and Akira knows she means to have him. 63, perfect. We have an understanding. This is the correct line. We have an understanding proves that Akira knows. So very much so. Then this very much shows that Naomi will reject him is absolutely incorrect. So this is complete fake news. And marry someone else, again, someone else has not even been mentioned. Okay, let's do this quickly. He has been offered another job in an attractive country, an attractive job in another country. This is the right answer. Can you find me the line supporting attractive job in another country? What line supports attractive job in another country? '41. Let's go to 41. Yep. That's basically it. Yeah. I don't think there's any other support. A position. Yep. Okay, cool. This is it. So this is the support. Yep, 39 to 42. Okay. So we got that. And then D. What type of answer is D? Okay, so we have fake news. This is not fake news. This is actually true. Can you find me the line that supports this being true? What line supports this being true? 63. Let's go to 63. Perfect. Okay. Does Naomi know anything of your ambitions? This is true. Now we've discovered this already. This is true but unrelated to question. The question is, why does Akira say a matter of urgency? Although this is true, it's unrelated to question. Okay, so true but related to question. Okay, great. So we know that the answer for here lies in 39 to 42. So very quickly, can you do number 10 for me, please? Let's do question number 10 really quickly. I'll give you literally 20 seconds. Let's do number 10. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this was just an introduction to these type of questions. Some of you put A. I rushed you because I wanted you to make this mistake. If I gave you more time, you would not. So A is incorrect because it's only line 39, but line B is 39 and 42. 242. So if you go here, only in line 39, I don't want to trouble you. This is the sentence. This is incorrect. The answer is actually here, right? So that's why 39 to 42 is the right answer. I'm not too sure about these. These are incorrect. We can touch on that later. Okay, so this is the end of this passage. All right, let me send you out with this, with more Let It Go. See you tomorrow.